Coach, if you've been to South Florida in the summer, and I know you have, you're familiar with this. Heavy rain. It's coming down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. This is taken at the 3. And an alley to run. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
Jackson, option right. And that's not the start that he was looking for as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Bryce Love, 77 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And personally, what a start for him to get in the end zone from that distance here on the first drive.
And it has the defense tearing up their defensive goals for the game, doesn't it? Because nowadays, when we talk to all the coaches, they don't talk about limiting yards per carry and those things. They just talk about limiting explosive plays, whether it's through the air or on the ground. And anything an explosive play on the ground, usually, 10, 12-yard runs? This one was way more than that. They've got to go back to the drawing board and try and shut it down.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's Devin Singletary. He played in this state at Florida Atlantic. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Second and 5 now. Allen, and he finds Tyler Croft. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where he, their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Here's Allen. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and the lead is up to 8. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On second down now, Singletary. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A very solid gain of 27.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
On second down, Love. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Bryce Love with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. But the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Well, sacking on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Kenny Clark able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well. And he's been right.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. It's caught. Stills right side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Singletary to get the drive started. He's going to have the 1st down past the 20. That good for 22 and a 1st down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
On 1st down, they stick with Singletary. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. They'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And the Bills' 1st down.
Hey, Mike. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Aguilar has it. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. Allen now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And an alley to run. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I got you.
From the gun, Allen. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That ball's caught. Aguilar, right side. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Go.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. And Jones has it over the middle. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 14. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are back within a single score. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that will get them one closer. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find a good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Hey, round 80. Ready? Hey, tight end right. Five wide.
On first down, Allen. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Tight end right. Watch tight. Tight end right. 56, 56. 52's the mark, boy. 52.
Here's Allen to throw it. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Alert, alert, alert.
To the air, Allen. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Monday. 52, Bravo. I got him.
Allen now operating from the gun. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's Love again, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go.
And he's going to go down, but a penalty marker too, and they might very well have jumped the snap there. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there, almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They run the counter. Love. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. It's complete to Graham. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw is Jackson. And time finally runs runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Ed Oliver picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the second time.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left. Roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
That current formula is not working right now. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Allen throwing complete to Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From midfield, here's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Bryce Love, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. They have, by the way, gone to the 3rd quarter now at Ford Field in Detroit. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Looking downfield for Jones. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Singletary here running out of the gun. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing is Allen on third. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Did they maybe play that too safely on third down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have fourth down to try and pick it up.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. They go play action here on first down. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now Allen to throw. Going to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. John Brown, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills get a bit closer. Hauschka with the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with your theme there, playing keep away. First downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 24-yard line.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Man, I got you.
Here's Love. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Bryce Love, 75 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the left.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. Landry, the intended target. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On first down, here's Love. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. On 2nd and 7, Jackson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And Stills has got it. Touchdown, Miami. Kenny Stills, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Let's go!
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Allen going to go on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the 44, Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And here's Allen. From the gun, he'll throw. And that will be incomplete.
Brandon, at least one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here comes Grant on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And his first carry, he loses the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The left side completion to Jones. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain there of 21 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that will get them one closer. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they take a knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So So for Miami, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
double. Hook. Come on, set. 60 yards. Ready. Let's go. Set up. Let's go. 30 base. Let go. Down. 15 Lonnie.